Are we live? I think we are. One sec, everyone. Da, 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 da. Right. It's been too long. Hello, May A. This is Horse speaking. This is gonna be a horse stream on YouTube Live. How are you? Alright. So, hello everyone. This is Horse. We are back on YouTube for a live stream where we are now playing a game sent by the developers of... what were their names? Something forgotten. It was like... hang on. I can do this, guys. Hang on. Voices of the Forgotten. Published by Arcade Distillery? I'm sorry for butchering your name, but yes. And this is called The Light in the Darkness. It is a... I haven't heard your voice in forever either. Really? How long ago has it been, May? I know we haven't really been streaming on YouTube since... October, was it? Or November? One of those months. But yes, The Light in the Darkness. A story-driven educational game based on the a Polish Jewish family living in Paris during the takeover of the Nazi army. This game is free for educational purposes. You are able to go to Steam and download this game for free right now, or on PlayStation 5. The developers did send us a key to bring our awareness to this game, and we are returning the favor by playing it today for you guys on a live stream. So, without further ado, let's get into it. New game? Yes, you can do that. 1938. When the Nazi Germany annexed Austria, President Franklin D. Roosevelt proposed an international conference to meet and come up with a solution for the growing number of Jewish refugees fleeing the Third Reich. Although Roosevelt was not in attendance himself, representatives from 23 countries, 6 small European Democrats nations, and Latin American nations, Australia and New Zealand, all met in sorry, I'm butchering some of these names, France from July the 6th through July 15th, 1938, to discuss admission of refugees. Aside from the Domestication Republic, I think. English isn't really my strongest language. It's the only language as well, so... they agreed to take in the refugees for a huge amount of money. None of the countries would budge, sorry, not budget, and a solution was never established. March 1939. Samuel, hurry up. Don't be so late. Moses. Yes, Papa. So I believe this is the small Polish Jewish family that we're playing as. We're playing as, what was his name? Samuel. Not Moses. Moses is the dad, I believe. This is our mom. Don't forget your homework. I set it right over there on the table. Thank you very much. Thank you for the homework. Come along now. I need to open the shop soon. So, okay. So, based on what we just read there... Hello, Ika. How you doing? So, based on what we just read there, is it the takeover? Or... what? Because I know... I've seen trailers to this game. History's never been my strongest suit, so I didn't really understand, like, how World War II happened. Or what... oh, yeah. What happened and all that. So, is this over, or is this during the war? Because I know the Nazi armies are in here in Paris, for this. Why are you Zen-sized? For the immersion. It's for immersion. But yeah, I don't know when World War II ended. Or if it did end, was there still some like groundwork to be done? Like Paris was still taking control by part of the army at the time. I don't know. Anyone? Any experts in the chat? Are we able to run? No, it doesn't look like it. And in 1945. Okay, so this is during the war still. Have a good day of school. I will, Papa. So our dad runs, looks like a tailor shop. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Jacques Adit, maybe? Adit? I never did French, so... Hello, Samuel. We're playing... Jacques Adit. Do you want to play? I don't remember how. It's easy. All you have to do is listen to what I tell you to do and do it. But only if I say Jacques Adit. Oh, so it's Simon Says. Be Jacques. Ready? Jacques Adit, touch your ears. How do I touch my ears? Oh, okay. You two back there failed. Next one. Touch your nose. So, do I do nothing, or do I do the opposite? Yeah, I guess we do the opposite. So I'm just gonna touch my head. You'll get it next time. Oh, I guess not. I guess you just ignore that then. We ignore it. Yeah, okay. Touch your ears. The art style kind of reminds me a little bit of Professor Layton. A little bit. I think the big eyes... I don't think they did that in the game. But it does give me that vibes of like Professor Layton. If it was like 3D. Actually, I think there is a 3D version of Professor Layton now I think about it. But I've only really played the first two Layton games. Touch your ear. Which one? You touch them both. That was so much fun. But I have to get to my parents' shop. No, you don't. You have to get to school. Don't you be like that, Samuel. Ditching school. Oh. Can I go that way? Ah, okay. Doesn't look like there's a camera control. Oh, hey, right there. Je te dit. The shop. Hello, I would like your finest suit. Would you mind giving me a hand and help Mr. Grosjean while I finish up here? Hello, Mr. Grosjean. Hello, Samuel. I'm looking for a blue tie. A little something for my Easter outfit. Do you think you can find one for me? Yes, sir. Let me see if I can find one. A blue tie. Your finest horse suit. Thank you very much. Now the question is, how do I wear the trousers? Do I wear them on all four legs, or do I wear them just at the back? Oh, there it is. Both my parents work at the tailor shop. I'll be the sharpest man in church, thank you. Anything else we can help you with? I'll just take the tie for today, thank you. Why don't you give him your blue tie, Dad? Head on home and get ready for dinner while I close up the shop. That was quick. If only workday was that short. Yeah, we're going home already. Dinner, little helper. Oh, the letter from Poland. Oh, do we have maybe grandparents that live there? Oh, we play as the mom now. Interesting. Oh, okay. I'm gonna need to really look at this name. Abramovich. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Mrs. Abram, a letter arrived for you from Poland. Abram. Oh, it's from my mother. Thank you, Mary. Do you know what your family will do if Germany starts a war with Poland? Oh, this was before the war. Or no, I think this might just be at the very beginning. I think. I'm not sure. Would you mind watching Sammy for a minute? I need to help Moses close the shop. Of course. So are we? No, we must be in France because of all the names on the shops. Is Moses downstairs? No, Moses. Sorry, Samuel. I guess so. Unless we're just going outside. Yeah, we're gonna have a brisk walk first before we tell our son the bad news. Yeah, I think we're definitely in Paris. Oh no, we are talking to Moses. What's wrong? Did something happen? It's a letter from Poland. My parents had to flee, and they have no disclosed their location. It says that they'll send another letter when they're safe, Moses. What if another letter never comes? What if they get caught? Well, that was the big fear, wasn't it? A lot of them had to go in hiding. Uh-oh. Him? Oh, okay. You can't think like that. Your mother and father are some of the smartest and cleverest, bravest people I've ever met. They will make it through this, and we will see them again soon. Oh, clearly this bravest people, not cleverly. I hope you're right, Moses. The Jew among thorns. Like a rose. So how was school, Samuel? It was good, Papa. That's good to hear. Did you learn anything new? I did. Today we read a Brothers Grimm fairy tale. It's wonderful. I know how much you love stories. Of course, Brothers Grimm. I know all those tales. Which story was it? So there was a servant who was leaving his job and he was given 3 coins. As he was traveling to find a new work, he met a dwarf who asked him for one of his coins because the young servant could work for more coins and the old dwarf could not. So he went to the mines and dug up a lot of gold, and then when he came back, they were gone and they left behind some magic beans, and he planted that bean. The boy agrees and gives him the coin. Oh, never mind, he had more to say. To say thanks, the dwarf offered him 3 wishes. He wishes for a gun that will always hit its target, a fiddle that makes everyone dance when he plays it, and the power to have all his requests followed. That boy's an ass. What the fuck? He gets all his wishes and keeps going. Soon as he comes across a fat man with a big nose and long beard who goes ho ho ho, who says he wants a bird singing in the trees. So the servant shoots it for him and falls into a bunch of thorns. What on earth is this story? Is this a real story? I finished rewatching Yugi vs. Pegasus. It's funny rewatching it and knowing what the card do and how they're playing it. Completely different. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. They do a lot of like improvising and cheating in that show. The man walks into the thorns to get the bird when the servant starts playing his fiddle. The man danced in the bush, getting all scratched up and tattered, and begged the servant to stop. But the servant keeps making him dance, saying it was because his people own lots of slaves and the thorn bushes are punishing him. That's enough. Oh, stop being so harsh. It's just a story. A really fucked up story. No, Bloomer. He needs to learn that the propaganda is not right. Did I say something wrong? No, you didn't, Samuel. You're not in trouble. It's no use upsetting the boy. He doesn't understand. Send him away or teach him. And you need to understand that not everything is what it seems. Sometimes it isn't just a story. Sometimes it's the way to try and get people to feel a certain way about a group of people. Oh, this is just a boy. He needs to learn. This affects him too. He needs to know that what is going on out there. Plus, if you send him to a room, he's going to understand, like, what did I do wrong? I just told a story that the school taught me. Especially whenever Yugi goes, I got infinite Karibos. And then it just like, what is it? It blinds the 1,000-eye monster so he can't see. It's like, okay. Yeah, that's how that works. Yeah. Basically, Yu-Gi-Oh! Just covered Pegasus card and it's just like, you can't play that anymore. But I can. That's the rule. No, you can't play him anymore. He's blind. You can't see where he's attacking. What he needs is to be a child as long as possible and not worry about things like this. Yeah, be a child and wish for guns that never miss. What was it? A pan flute that makes people dance, and have every request followed, no matter what. Things like what? Simon, please go to your room. I need to speak to your father alone. It's like, oh man. Well, at least this one, he doesn't feel like he's in trouble. Or will he? I don't know. Maybe he will. Oh, there we go. Samuel, I need you to understand that there are people out there who want to hurt Jews just because they are Jewish, and sometimes they use mean pictures, and sometimes stories like that one you learned about today to convince people that Jews are bad people. I have something for you. The Bible. I know how much you like fairy tales and foxes, so I got you this book about a brave fox named Reynard. Reynard? Or Rayman. Renard. He was my favorite when I was a boy. I love it. You haven't even read it yet. Although he does like foxes, so maybe he loves that. Have you heard of Mr. Fantastic? Look, Samuel. Spring, the most beautiful beginning, bringing new life. at a time of revenue. Do you know what a Yiddish word for blossom is? It's bloomer. So bloomer, just like mother's name? Does she have sisters named Buttercup and Bubbles? Exactly. Blossoms are a promise of new beginnings. No matter what happens, spring always comes, and with it, hope. Well, no longer spring or summer. We're going straight to fall. The Polish troops are fighting back against the Germans, but they are overwhelmed. Danzig has been taken by the Rich. Lech, I think. Nazis have bombed Warsaw and Krakow. My man. That's where Grandma and Grandpa are. They're in Krakow. Alright, Eka. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you have a good day. Listen to me. Yosafta and Saba are very smart people. We'll be alright. I'm sure they'll escape in time. Chaos is everywhere, and worried citizens are fleeing. That's not helping. That is not helping at all. The British and French have issued Germans an ultimatum. France will be broached off. You'll see, we won the Great War. The Germans are... Oh, probably shouldn't say that on stream. I love you, Germany. We'll be alright. Why don't you go back to the room and read your book? Yes, Mama. Is it Maman? I thought it was Mama. Maman. Just want to reiterate that word I just said. This is educational purposes based on the World War II events that happened in Paris. Although I can't promise that it is 100% accurate. Oh, I don't know. But this is educational purposes, so words I say here today does not reflect on my opinion on modern day real life countries and real life people. Oh, is this where they took over? Oh. Scary times. Like, it really just made me feel fortunate that I didn't grow up during this time. I could only imagine what, like, hearing about this on, like, the radio must have felt. Scary times. Nazis in Paris, July 1940. Camille, come away from the windows now. My man, why is everyone leaving? Samuel, you have to understand, it's a very scary time for Jewish people. We are all afraid for something bad will happen, and so many Jews will have to be fleeing to friends and family in other places that might be safe. Are we going to flee? No, we are going to be brave and stay right here. But aren't you afraid? Of course I'm afraid, but that doesn't mean I'm not brave. Could you be brave for me, Samuel? Yes, my man. That's a good boy, Samuel. Now run along and get ready for bed. It's not safe. We have nowhere to go. There really was nowhere to go. We're as good as dead if we stay here. What choice do we have? There has to be somewhere. Or what about the UK? Or could we go to America? You know that won't work. They're denying us by thousands, finding any excuses to turn away, going as far as to label us as spies. It's best we stay right here where it's safe, rather than risk it being caught, or at the very least becoming homeless with no place to go. That's the other thing, is that all the other countries were so paranoid about infiltrating into their countries. I'm not letting my son live on the streets because you're paranoid. Building Renard. Finally done putting together the finishing touches in Samuel's toy fox. There's been so much going on lately, and Samuel's really been losing himself in the books I gave him. So I figured he could use with a friend. I'm gonna build the fox. Now let's see, where do we start? I suppose we start with the body. That's what, yes. Rotate with Q and E. Like this? Now that we have a body, let's attach the head. There. No need for glue. Or even nails, it just slides on in. Paws are next. I think it's these. Yeah. And lastly, we'll give it the last back of paws. Very nice. It's perfect. Better than expected. Samuel will love this. Ah, my son, just the boy I wanted to see. Now, tell me, have you been enjoying the book I gave you? I have, Papa. Reynard is so fun and so brave. Typo. He is. You're absolutely right. I've been enjoying it so much. I've read it almost 3 times now. It's my favorite. Which is why I made you this. You made me Reynard still. I love it so much. Thank you, Papa. I would take him everywhere we go. You should. There are some scary things that are going on in the world right now, but whatever happens, Reynard will protect you. You just have to try and always be as brave as you can be, no matter what. With Reynard with me, I'm not afraid of anything. Is that just the way he says Reynard's name? Reynard? I guess. Building the Fox. May the 1st, 1941, so a whole year's gone by now. And like I said, the war ended in 45, so they're only 4 years away before it's ended. Where are we going? I think we're going to work. Oh, hello, who are you? Bernard, my oldest friend. I haven't seen you in temple for quite some time. I was beginning to get worried about you. Where have you been? Would they still have temples? I wouldn't think so, right? If they think Jew people would, you know, if they're against them, they wouldn't have a temple, would they? Or maybe the temple's hiding? Disguised or something? Oh, Moses. Mon Amir. I've done it. I've really done it this time. What do you mean? What have you done? Yeah, what have you done? Bernard? Why do you look like a cowboy? Oh, am I sitting down as well? No. Oh. There it is. I found her. I found the one. You always think you found the one. Nonsense. I was fooled before. Moses, she's brilliant and beautiful and unlike any woman I had ever met. She sounds like a fantastic shiksa. Sheksa. Did you meet her at temple? See, that's the thing. She's a Christian. I see. You're not thinking of converting, are you? It's really important to her and her family. And you know me, I've never been terribly religious. Yes, but it would break your poor mother's heart if she were still alive. I understand, but perhaps she would also be happy that this woman... she would also see how happy this woman makes me. How... amurix I am with her. She would support me. I can see you're upset, but like I said, I was never particularly a devout Jew. In fact, I never really considered myself very Jewish in the first place. I see myself as French first and foremost. I'm just worried about you and all. Jewish or not, you've always been like a brother to me since we met. If this woman is as amazing as you say, I will support you. I appreciate it, my brother. We must plan for a day for her to meet your wonderful family. But speaking of family, where is that nephew of mine you keep hidden away in the dusty old shop of yours? So they're actually our brothers, are they? Or maybe he's just saying like, you're like a brother to me. So he also sees like Moses' kid as a nephew. Well, that might be him right now. Oh, I was gonna say, why would you knock on your own house's door? You know, you would just let yourself in. Oh, afternoon, officer. What can I do you for? Afternoon. Are you Mr. oh dear, what did I say before? Abram? Yeah. Are you Mr. Abram? I am. Is there a problem? I have a letter stating you must appear at the Casimir Napoleon to examine your situation. Have a good day. That's all in French. I cannot read any of that. One moment, officer. I don't understand. Have I done something wrong? No, sir. We are evaluating immigrant status. It's simply protocol. Excuse me. That's not good. What was that about? Is everything okay? Not sure. What's that he gave you? You're being summoned to what? You must appear because you're a Polish immigrant? You're French now, as French as I am. This is outrageous. You're not thinking of going, are you? I'm not sure. I'm a law-abiding citizen, and this is an official order. If I don't go, the consequences may be dire. I don't think I have any other options. It states you must bring a friend. If you'd like, I'd be more than happy to accompany you. Perhaps I can speak with someone and get to the bottom of this once and for all. I appreciate the offer, but it's probably nothing. I'll just go have Bloomer go with me. You have a wonderful wife, Moses. Why don't I bring my future bride to meet her when this all blows over? Bernard, you poor schlump. Schlump? I wonder what schlump means. Fool, maybe? Bring her over. We would love to meet her. The law of October 3rd, 1940, on the status of Jew was a law enacted by France. The law was signed one day before the law regarding foreign national, not national, of the Jewish race, which marked the beginning of Vichy France's collaboration with Nazi Germany for the extermination of the Jewish race. Sure, it's a simple formality. There's nothing to worry about. I don't know, Moses. Something just seems right. Doesn't seem right. The paper reads, Mr. Abram is invited to present himself in person, accompanied by one member of the family or by one friend, at 7 in the morning on May 14th, 1941, for an examination of his situation. He's asked to provide identification. Those who do not present themselves on the set day and hour are liable for the most severe sanctions. This doesn't sound like a formality. What do you mean? I just don't see how you don't find this suspicious. Maybe you're right, but if I don't go, I'll be in a lot of trouble. I really should leave. I don't want to be late. Nope. What are we doing? Wait in line, or can we just go? I think we just go, yeah. I am Moses Brom, here to report for my examination. Wait in here and stand by further instructions. You, take this. You are to run home and gather these items and return with them as soon as possible. Still can't read any of them. Although one of them could be carrots. Why? Is my husband going somewhere? I'm not a library. Oh, no, I'm not at liberty to say. Next. So we need to go back home and find a bowl, a cup, a food box, a food stamps, towels, blankets, and sheets. None of which are carrots. So I'm a little sad by that. Jesus. I appreciate the dire feeling of like nervousness and like drama, but can we just get to the house? I don't even remember what house I was in. Was it this one over here? Yes, it was a big door. I remember it was big doors you can go through. I would have much preferred if we actually just got teleported there. Oh. We're in a bowl. Got a bowl. Yep. Cup. Yep. Lovely. What's this? Oh. The food box. Food stamps. Towels. Oh no, blankets. Sheets. Towels. Now we have to run all the way back. Whew. I think we've just run a whole lap around Paris. Oh, okay, good. We're here. Oh, the line got shorter. What is this about? We are holding him to review his situation. This is standard procedure. Return home and he will be in contact with you shortly. Thanks. You could have wrote that on the bloody letter. Photo from the Green Ticket Roundup. The first mass arrest of Jews by Vichy, France. So obviously they're all being arrested and likely deported back to Poland, I think. Wait, are we there already? I think we are, yeah. We're at the camp. Hey Zen, how you doing? A photo from the German Federal Archives. Jewish men arriving at the Pithiviers, sorry again for butchering the name, transit camp in France. Oh, no. Okay, this isn't the camp. The camp, you know. Was it really the males that had to go first? And they left the wives and females last? I don't know. I guess we'll find out, actually. Oh, it's Mary. Is something wrong? Would you mind if I came in? Of course. Can I get you anything? No, that's quite alright. I just wanted to bring you this. It says that they fled again and that they've been trying to seek refuge in the US and other countries and were denied. They won't tell me where they were going, but they said because France still has diplomatic relations with the US, they're going to travel to a small village in France to try and secure a US visa and suggest that we do the same while we still can. Luma, I wouldn't worry too much about your parents. They seem like smart, determined pairs. I'm sure they will get to their destinations just fine, and they will send word when they are safe. But I do think you and Samuel should get visas and try to meet them in the US. I can't flee, not without Moses. I can't just leave him. Listen to me. You can't be worrying about your parents or your husband at a time like this. The way things are going, the only thing you should be worrying about is the safety and the well-being of your son. You think I'm not worrying about the well-being of my son? Mary, what if they catch wind that Samuel and I are trying to get visas to the US and they show up tomorrow and take us away? Let's say, by some miracle, we do get visas. Then what? We get on a boat and sail to America just to get turned away? It's better than staying here just sitting ducks and handing your son over to the Vichy government. I mean, I suppose that's true. Mary, I appreciate your advice. I really do, but I need to go open up shop now. Excuse me. What's the game like? It's just like an educational, like, story-driven game. You know, we're not platforming all over the place. Samuel, we need to leave. I don't want it to be late. Yes, my man. Don't forget your homework, son. I left it on the table for you. I mean, art style-wise, I like it. It is very slow, though. I must say, the pace is really slow. But I guess that's, like, the right pace. We need to leave. I don't want to... Let's wait. You know what, I just repeat. I guess that's the right pace for like an educational story-driven game. Just not for me, really. I would prefer being able to run everywhere, you know? Or at least, like, teleport where we need to go. Not the game's fault. Just, that's my own personal taste. See, like, this bit could do without this, but that's just my opinion. You know, it's building up tension, it's building up atmosphere, it's giving you that sort of formality of feeling of what it was like for a Jewish family having to deal with Nazi Germany. Those guys have not moved since May. I think they're stuck there. Oh, the shop's closed, isn't it? Bluma, how are you holding up? Oh, Mr. Grostia. It's been tough, but I'm managing. Thank you for asking. I'm just taking Samuel to school before I come back and open the shop. If you'd like to come back a little later. Well, I don't think that will be necessary. Oh, it's not an issue at all. I'll be quick. It'll only take a minute. That's not what I mean. I'm here to talk about this. Yeah, that's definitely a close sign. I've come to inform you that I've applied to be a temporary administrator of your establishment. Oh, right. You don't understand. To put it bluntly, Jews can't be trusted with businesses anymore, so I'm here to tell you that I'll be taking over your store. I don't believe what I'm hearing. You're our best customer. Moses thought of you as a friend, which I thought would make this all easier for you. You know how much I've always loved this store. It should be a comfort knowing that I'm going to be taking good care of it. You've got your hands full of it, full as it is, and I'm sure you don't want to get yourselves into trouble. How dare you take advantage of our poor Jewish family, who's never been anything but kind to you? It's not my decision, Bloom, it's just the law. You should be ashamed of yourself. Good day, Mr. Rostria. Well, I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere, I'm afraid. First to take away your husband, now your business? This isn't right. If we cooperate, there's no reason to come after us. Tell that to Moses. There's a food shortage as it is. Your ration stamps are almost gone, and without an income, you can't even buy meat on the black market. How are you going to feed your son, Bloomer? You can't be so complainant. What choice do I have, Marie? I'm all alone. I'm doing the best I can with that and have. It'll be okay. You'll find a way. You can always sew from home. People always need a seamstress. Even at times like these, I'm sure. At least this is a way of something. I didn't get rid of us. She's gone. I can't believe my love of my life left me. Bernard. I gave everything I converted for her, and she told me she wanted nothing to do with me. All because I was a Jew. Poor dead mother. Bernard! After everything we've been through, 2 whole weeks of bliss. Read the room! Bernard, now is not the time to be blubbering about your whatever girl you were somehow convinced to put up with your nonsense this week. They've taken Moses and now the shop is being destroyed and taken away. Destroyed? What the hell? What did he do? Did he sell TNT? Taken Moses? Taken Moses where? Spend more time paying attention to what's been going on in the world instead of chasing every woman who gives you the time of day. You would know the police took Moses and many other Jewish men and shipped them off to camps. How? Why? At this point, I bet it has something to do with the fight against the Borscht. What will Bloom and Samuel do? I'm not sure. Lay low and wait for him to return, I suppose. What will you do if they come after you next? Isn't he Christian, though? I have nothing to worry about. I'm French. As this last week, a Christian. They have no reason to come after me. Bloomer, is there anything I can do to help? Well, it was what World War II was like then. In France, anyway. Marcel should be back at any second. Would you see if there's anything he needs? Ah, Marcel, speak of the devil. I was told you needed some assistance. I could definitely use a hand back at the shop. Come with me. Come with me. Oh, this is a new camera angle. Look at the trees, it's blossoming. Like I said, it's just too much walking. I mean, I get it, you know, it's supposed to set the mood, but it's still... I want to get to this bit, like, now, instead of yesterday. Wait, no, I wanted it to be yesterday. Let me help you out with that. Oh, back appreciates it, Bernard. This is the last of it. I just need a hand getting it all into the back of the truck. Okay, what am I doing? No? Or do I go to the back of the truck? Yes. Oh, it's Tetris. Okay. It's kind of like Tetris, but you can just place it wherever you like. I'm gonna say this goes here, this goes there, and this goes here. And then this one can go up here, and that can go up there too. And that's a lot of straight lines all of a sudden. There's still more straight lines. There. That should do. That should just about do it. Thank you. You're welcome. Poor Bloomer. First her husband and now her shop. She's a strong woman, but I'm afraid I'm afraid of what's to come. You better be careful too, Bernard. What do you mean? They won't bother me. I'm French, and I've converted. I am now a follower of Christ. I'm just worried about what's going on in the rest of the world. I've heard whisperings that converting isn't enough. Luckily, this isn't the rest of the world. This is France. I am a proud Frenchman, and I have accepted Jesus Christ into my heart. I appreciate your concerns, Marcel, but I will be fine. But what I do have a favor to ask. Yes? Will you watch out for Bloomer for me? For Moses? Of course. No, he's gonna rattle her out, isn't he? I can only imagine. Playground bullies. Oh, what? The friends that we used to play with are now gonna... not gonna like us? I'm curious. I'm gonna use Google Translate on my phone. I want to know what this says. I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna say. I'm pretty sure I know what it's gonna say. Play park, only for children, forbidden to Jews. Yep, I had a feeling it would be that. Why would it be anything else? Can I play with you? Didn't you read the sign? You can't play here. Besides, my mother said I can't play with kids like you. But why not? I thought we were friends. I can't be friends with you anymore either. But why? What did I do? My dad says I can't be friends with... Ugh, that word. But I'm not that. I thought we were all going to play at your house together today. Did they just put up the sign today? Don't let him into your house. He'll probably steal all your things. Yeah, why would I let a rat like you into our house? You're not allowed here anymore. The rat can go play with his own kind. Wow. Okay. F you. F you. And I presume that you're not going to be nice, even though you didn't say anything. Also, your playground stinks. There's not even a slide. I like how they had to double take, like, wait, did we have a slide? Leave. Jakob. I knew a Jakob. He was a good friend. My daughter was arrested and sent to prison. Believe that? I'm so worried about her. Well, I'm pretty sure I know why she was arrested. How did they catch her? She walked into her artist friend's apartment. And there was a group of policemen waiting for her. Someone told the police that she was a spy. Can you imagine? My sweet daughter. A spy! I'm so hungry. I've barely eaten since we've arrived. Why don't you go eat something? The food is so terrible. Can't bear another bite. Oh, okay. We should probably eat. When do you think they'll let us go home? You wouldn't happen to have extra blankets? I'm afraid I don't. Why don't you have your wife send you something? Yes, my wife packed in such a hurry she must have forgotten. Ooh, is that Jakob? I thought I saw two men escaping way over there. I think you better go check out. That's what you said yesterday. I realized this, but today I actually did. Wouldn't you rather be safe than sorry? If I were you, I would go make sure. Wow, that was very easy to convince. Jakob, what are you doing? Moses, Jakob, I haven't seen you for quite some time. Where have you been? I tried to flee with my family. Where did you go? Well, not very far, I can tell you that much. One day while my wife was preparing supper, I had an impulse to bolt. I told my wife to drop what she was doing and put whatever she could into a bag. We hopped onto a train and I left. Jakob, always so spontaneous. Where did you go? We stopped in this small town in the countryside. I befriended this old woman who allowed us to stay with her a little while. After a month of trying to locate family, I'll gather up some money to seek refuge in a different country. The woman politely asked us to leave. Then where did you go? That's the thing. We didn't have anywhere to go. We hopped on the train back home and our half-peeled potatoes that were just as we'd left them. And well, a few days later, here we are. So sorry, Jakob. Bluma wanted to flee, but we had nowhere to go either, so we stayed. I wish I would have done the same, dragging my poor wife across France like some arrow. I think a little bit of text error happened there. It's always easy to look back and think of what you could have done, but the reality is you have to be the best man, the best husband you can be, and do what you think is right for your family, and hope that's enough. Just feel like I let it down. You think about it, at the end of the day, Jakob, we're both in the godforsaken camp. Now, let's just grab some lunch before those policemen come back. Jakob. September 5th, 1941. Les Juifs et la France. That's that building, I think. Jews in France? I didn't even have a chance to read that one. Oh, this looks pretty, though. I'm so glad I visited Les Juifs et France. Now I can identify Jews by just looking at them. That's nonsense. What is this, like a Jew-free area or something? What's he on about? I want to see what all the fuss is about. I don't understand how people could just look at the caricaturists and take it seriously. There's a hand up there. You need to go look. You need to go look for yourself. They control the economy. They control the media. They're a threat to our very way of lives. Thrown out. What? Throw what out? Cars? Look at that. That's a horrifying picture. We have to be careful. Jews are like chameleons. They look just like us. And I'm undoubtedly convinced Jews need to be removed from France. How could you ever say that? You have just as much rights to be here than you do. She looks angry. She doesn't want to be here no more. Les Juifs et la France was an anti-Semitic propaganda exhibit that took place in Paris, funded by the Nazi propaganda office. The intent was to portray Jews as a polluting French society, controlling the media and responsible for Marxism and all the ills of society. It was also presented as a public service announcement to help French people recognize Jews by their physical appearance. What, like crooked nose? That's usually like the depiction back in them days. Yes, the Star of David. What am I doing? Place. Uh oh. What? What's going on? I feel like it's like Etch-a-Sketch. Hang on, restart. What am I doing here? I think I'm tracing, but... yeah, I think I'm tracing around this. Is this meant to be like a badge to say that he's a Jew? It's really messed up. What I don't get though is that, like, they're supposed to be seen as, like, outlawed. But yet they're doing this sort of stuff. I don't get it. I don't get where their priority stands. I don't want that on my clothes. The kids already make fun of me, and now I'm going to stand out. It's the law. You can't break the law. The consequences would be far worse than the few bullies. But why do they want us to wear them all? Well, Samuel, they want to be able to identify us right away. But why? No more questions now. Be a dear and run and grab my clothes from the other room. And there's my favorite little helper. Come on, Samuel, I'll give you a hand. And Samuel's just sitting there, like, nope! know you're confused right now, Samuel, but your mother is going through a very rough time right now. Rougher than you can imagine. I need you to do me a big favor and listen to her as best you can. They were forced to wear them to identify them. But isn't that like saying like a robber would have to identify themselves by having a big badge saying robber? Like, wouldn't you just jail them? Alright now, be a dear and run this to the mother. To your mother while I gather some clothes, will you? Okie dokie. Jude. Bernard the babysitter. Oh, thank you so much for coming. At such short notice, Bernard. Just really need this job Maria found for me. Of course. You don't think I would miss the chance to hang out with my mon piet ami? I really have to go. Samuel, be a good Bernard, okay? I'll be back soon. He's been really down lately. He barely eats, and he rarely speaks. All he wants to do is read that book of his and his toy fox. Really worried. Maybe you can have me talk with him? I'll see what I can do. This is before the extermination first step was making them feel different. Oh, okay. So this was before though yeah. Not even a bonjour for old Bernard? Oh, hi Bernard. Sorry, I was reading. What have you got there? Bernard, huh? And what's this about? It's about a very brave fox who goes on heroic adventures. I see. And this? That's Renard. Oh, now he's saying Renard's name. Papa made it for me. He said he would protect me. What's wrong, mon dear champion? I wish Papa would come home. I do too, Samuel. It's okay to be sad sometimes. Even I get sad, but you know what I do? You dance? Well, I march myself down to the cafe and wait for a beautiful girl to walk by. I walk right up to her and I say, "Hello, I am Bernard. May I buy you un café?" Ew, girls. Haha. Oh, you think that now? Just you wait till you meet a girl who makes your heart pound so hard you pray she can't hear it. And everything suddenly falls into place, and the world just seems brighter. You realize the day you can finally marry her cannot come soon enough. Why aren't you married, Bernard? Oh, my boy, the love is so much more complicated than that. Sometimes you meet the one who makes you feel like you can't live without them, and suddenly you have to learn how... Well, it's getting late. What say you and I cook a nice hearty meal? The debate. What are you doing, Jakob? Moses, are you awake? I am now. And I haven't changed my suit in years, and yet it still looks pristine. When we get out of here, are you going to take your family to Zion? I don't think so. In my opinion, France is the safest place for us. After being rounded up and forced to work in this godforsaken camp, how can you sit there and pretend that France is a safe haven for Jews? I don't want to debate with you right now, Jakob. I'm not looking for a debate. I'm looking for comfort. I want to know that my friend and family are going to be safe. France has welcomed Jews since Napoleon. Napoleon despised us. So you do want to debate? There's no debate about it. Everything he did was a political gain. Yeah. Again, educational purposes, none of this reflects on my opinion on anything. I don't even know what Napoleon really did, other than he was casted onto an island twice. This is just war, Jacob. You are young. You will learn. It's not just war, Moses. Look at Dreyfus. He was loyal to the French from the very beginning. Then he was blamed for crimes he didn't commit and thrown for some island to rot in 5 years, see? All because being a Jew was an easy target. You don't get away with something like that unless there's some deep-seated anti-Semitic. But then what did he do? Once he was pardoned, he relisted and fought, I don't know, anyway, for his country when they needed him for most. Freedom and equality. The fact that we're here and here, while they're out there, speaks volumes. Uh-oh. I think they found him. Let's just go this way, Bernard. Let's just walk on the road. What do you think you're doing? That's the same thing I do every day. Sip on coffee until lunch. Then have myself a sauciance. Now let me ask you the same question. What are you doing here? You think you're funny? How about you leave the cafe because we don't want you here? How about you leave the country because the French people don't want you here? It's hard to believe people like you are taking over the world. What? I have very little interest in such things. My only concern right now is to indulge in a warm cafe. Now, if you excuse me... They're right, you know. It's all here in this book. You're kind of pursuing world domination. Wow. What exactly do you mean by your kind? I mean a Jew, of course. It's right there on your shirt. See, that's where you're wrong, Mon Ymir. This is all misunderstanding. I am a Christian. Even without the yellow star, I know a Jew when I see one. Well, I think you need to get your eyes checked. You can ask anyone. I am a French, as they come. I wouldn't come here and enjoy a sesconge, whatever, every day if I was Jewish. Now would I? Absurdite. You can't believe anything he says. The Jew is trying to trick us, but thanks to this book, he will soon be exposed. If you actually believe this propaganda, then you'd be more gullible than this Pluke. Lucky for you, I seem to have lost my appetite. The Protocols of the Elders of Zion is one of the most notorious anti-Semitic books of modern times. It was first published in Russia in 1903. Whoa, that is an old book. In 1920, Henry Ford, founder of Ford's Motor Company, published a series of articles based on the Protocols, the International Jew. Adolf and Joseph Jebels praised Ford and the International Jew. On Henry Ford's 75th birthday, he received the Grand Cross of the German Eagle, the highest Nazi award to a foreigner. Baldur von Schwarz testified at the Nuremberg war crime trials, saying that he became an anti-Semitic after he's read the International Jew in German. He was found guilty of the crime against the humanity for helping send thousands of Viennese Jews to their deaths. Woo. According to the Nuremberg race Jews, someone with 3 or 4 Jewish grandparents was considered a Jew. What the fuck? That's So many generations. That is so many generations. Mischling were considered mixed race people. Mischling was neither German nor Jewish. They were people with one or two Jewish grandparents. Mischlings were not allowed to marry Germans and mixed races. The Nazi Party promised when they would come to power that only racially pure Germans would have German citizenship. On August 17th, 1938, the German government set name requirement that for Jews in Germany, only Jews could be given Jewish names. The parents had to choose from a government-approved list. If a Jew did not have a name from the list, they would have to add an additional first name. Israel for men and Sarah for women. Wow, that kind of reminds me of the North Korea, how they have like hairstyles, but they have very, very limited styles you could go for, because they didn't want men and women to have like expressive hairstyles. They want them to be all like very formal and very uniformed. Of course, please come in. It's so late. Samuel has already gone to bed. Is something wrong? I'm not sure. You see, most of my life I practiced Judaism because I knew it would make my dear mother happy. But since Mamiya was passed, I saw no reason to return. Yes, I've heard from Moses. He was tremendously opposed at first, but he came around to the idea. I'm so sorry to hear she wasn't the one. It's not even that. When I converted, I felt so free and safe. Not only could I eat the sausage without guilt, I'm sorry I can't pronounce it, but I felt like I would be free and clear of all the persecution. I was no longer sitting at home worried that the police would barge in and arrest me. But now I feel the same, if not worse. My bitch clear left me. My best friend has been taken away. Everyone is treating me like if I were Jewish, saying awful things, jeering in my direction. Worst of all, what is it, Bernard? I am banned from the cafe. Oh, mamma mia. That's the wrong country. I feel like banned from the cafe isn't necessarily the worst part, but I'm sorry to feel like the world is being turned upside down. Forgive me, Bluma. I am so self-centered and such an imbecile, crying all over my own problems when I came to elevate some of yours. Some of the ration cards, and as you can probably gather, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. Oh, Bernard, I really can't. Absurd, I insist. And in any case, I want to make sure that you and the growing boy of yours is eating. Listen to me, Bluma. You are such a strong woman, a loyal wife, and an amazing mother. You remind me of my own. Kind and so resilient till the very end. So lost without her. Why? I moved to France after she passed. But I thought you were French? I am. I was given French citizenship while I was living in Algeria. After witnessing the horrors that took place during the constant riots, Algeria never felt safe to me. But still I stayed, knowing what leaving home would do to my mother. I sat shiver and then I packed my bags, changed my name from Mesol to Bernard, embraced this beautiful country as my home. I just never knew that this beautiful country would turn on me too. Oh, I've talked your ear off enough. I better get home. Bernard, are you sure you're feeling well enough to walk home? You're worrying me. Don't worry about me. Oh, okay. Don't worry about him. They can take my rights. They can't take my sausages. Convoy 4 of June 25 or 25th. Moses and Jacob are deported to Auschwitz. They do not survive. Oh. What's this? Oh God. But I couldn't take it. Convoy 13th of July 31st. Why do we all have of our stuff, my man? Are we leaving? I think so, Samuel. Where are we going? I don't know. But be sure to stay close, okay? Whatever happens, don't let go of my hand. Listen up, we are taking the women today and leaving the small children behind. Oh no. I guess Samuel's next. Oh, the fox. Around 77,000 Jews from France died in the concentration camps, killing centuries and... Oh. The Holocaust wouldn't have happened. Moses and Bloomer would have grown old together. But I would have eventually found the one and had a family. Sammy would have become a children's author. Millions lives we've lost. Mothers that never got to become grandmothers. Children that never got to grow up. Families that are forever erased from history. Well... Oh, excuse me, I need to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Right, well, that was The Light in the Darkness. A sad and tragic tale of reality, really. As much as we would have loved to think that this was fictional, it's not. It's past, it's history. And all we can really do is learn from our mistakes and not repeat them. It is sad. It is sad that so many innocent lives, really, were lost because some other country seen them as evil. We have our problems now today, but I don't think we have ever repeated ourselves with such a massive, colossal, problem like this. And I really hope that we don't. We have a lot of problems, and we still do. There's still wars happening, there's still people dying. That's just not fair on any of them, based on their race, their religion, their color. But hopefully we can finally find that peace in the future. We can finally drop that number from 6 million Jewish people who died on that during that time, and make it 0. To forget would be not only dangerous but offensive. To forget the dead would be akin to killing them a second time. And you know what? I read that before playing the game, and there was a video that Vsauce uploaded. I can't remember the video's name, but I remembered he mentioned what's called the second death. There's the first death, which is physically leaving the world. We leave our bodies and our soul goes on into where we believe it goes. But the second death is when our names and our faces are last remembered by someone, and that our name will never be uttered again or remembered. That is the second death. And I think that really rings true, that everybody that has passed away in that event, and any event really, I can only hope that none of them were forgotten. Some have been forgotten, unfortunately. But those that are still remembered, I only hope that they continue to be remembered by their families and their families. Man, I just don't get it, really. Like, look at these pictures. I don't understand how anybody would look at them and think that they're dirt, that they're evil. Sure, we may not get along, we may not agree on everything, but I can't see why they had to perish because of someone else's ideal. And it really all came down from a book that was published years and years ago and was eventually picked up by the wrong people. It's tragic, it really is. I don't think there's anything else after this. There might be like a section where you could just kind of like read back on some of the events, better understand. But this will be the end of the stream now, guys. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you to the developers for sending us a key to this. It is free on Steam for educational purposes. If you want to check it out for yourself, just go to our description. We have the link there. Or go to Google and search up The Light in the Darkness Steam. You will find it there. Oh, thank you to Ralph Bearers, for inventing video games. Ralph Baer was born in 1922 in Germany. At age 14, he was expelled from school due to anti-Jewish legislation implemented by the Nazi Germany. Baer's family, fearing increasing persecution, moved from Germany to New York City in 1938. 2 months before Kristallnacht. Baer in 1966. I really want to read more of that. But, yeah. Hey, so the inventor of video games was also a German himself. And he was against all the propaganda, all this anti-semester against the Jewish people. So good on him, really. Good on him for seeing what is right. Let me just check real quick if there is like option. General. This game also came with a language option. You have English, French, and pardon for not recognizing the language straight away, but an option for the Middle Easterns. You recognize it. You'll recognize your own language there. So yes, if you want to speak if you want to read the game in your native tongue, they have those options. I'm curious what happens when you continue. Oh, it goes back to play. Okay. So yes, thank you very much for stopping by. That's the end of the stream. As I said before, you can go on Steam if you want to check out this game for yourself. It's free. There's no pay whatsoever. I'm sure there's probably some donation somewhere that you can go see. But this will be the end of the stream. Thank you very much for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I will see you all another time.